Okay, Kaushik, so let's proceed with your mock on HR for NMDC in domain of material management, right? So Kaushik, a very brief introduction from your side to start with.
So my name is Kaushik Sarkar. I hail from Nadia district of West Bengal. My father is employed as an engineer in private sector, and my mother is a housemaker. I have done my BTech in mechanical engineering from Asansol Engineering College, and my hobbies are trekking, and I am a DIY enthusiast in drip irrigation.
So when did you graduate?
I graduated in 2020, sir, last year.
20. And are you doing something after that?
Sir, I was preparing for the GATE examination.
Okay. Kaushik, tell me something about Nadia district of West Bengal.
The Nadia district is a district which has vivid culture. It is actually located in the mid region of West Bengal, and it has been under the British Raj too, and also under Hindu rulers, and along with that, with the Muslim Nawabs of West Bengal. So it is actually a cooking pot of all other religions, and you can say the cuisine also is adjusted to taste multiple palates.
Mm-hmm.
And okay. So it is famous for its terracotta too.
Terracotta too. What is that?
Yes, sir. Terracotta utensils and terracotta handicraft items. Particularly, there is a place known as Krishna Nagar, so it is famous for that.
Okay. So you said you are interested in trekking also. Where do you go for trekking? Sir,
I have done till now 2 treks during my college period. One was in Purulia district. It was Ajodhya mountain range, Gurgapur mountain that I scaled up along with my friends. And the next one was Sandakpur. It is a location near Darjeeling, sir. It is some 100 kilometers from Darjeeling. You start the trek from Manibhanchal.
Okay, what was the most difficult moment during your trekking?
So the most difficult moment was, sir, we took an ad hoc decision. We actually planned to only explore Darjeeling, and then we suddenly took the decision to have a trek. Now, what happened with this that we didn't have any kind of booking, and whenever we were trekking, we were not able to make particular stops at some location. So we have to actually continue further distance to have vacancies at particular location or accommodations. So instead of having 5 kilometers or 7 kilometers trek, we were doing a 12-kilometer or 14-kilometer trek per day. So it was difficult.
How were you managing with your foods and all?
Yes, sir.
How were you managing with the food? Water,
food. At particular stops of 2 kilometer or 4 kilometer apart, we had actually food stores there. But the problem was that after the sun goes down very quickly at that kind of places, and after that we cannot trek as it is snowy, and the roads are not that well because it is a partially developed region, and half of it is shared by Nepal. So there are some questions of intruders also. So it is not advisable to trek after sunset. So that was an issue, sir, that we couldn't enjoy it completely, the serenity of that atmosphere, because we were not able to make stops.
Okay. Okay, Kaushik, you are going for materials management domain. Yes, what do you understand by materials management?
So material management is actually a discipline, or it's an interdisciplinary branch, sir, which combines multiple branches of engineering and other non-technical sectors. What it offers is it actually allows us to do the procurement for any required raw material or finished goods that the organization does. So as a material management officer, till the best of my understanding as of now, we are required to actually estimate what will be the given amount of any raw material that is required by maintaining proper communication channel and understanding with those who are working in the field as executive engineers. And we are required to place orders and to maintain connections with the suppliers so that we can get the given amount of materials at a required amount of time with reliability.
Do you know what is inventory? Are you aware about that?
So yes, sir. Inventory is actually a collection of any materials that are utilized at a given organization, and they can be classified into many sectors.
Okay, inventory is a good thing or bad thing?
It is actually a necessary evil, sir. We cannot say that there are some manufacturing units that operate on just-in-time basis, but that cannot be applied in every particular sector. So although it costs us extra to maintain an inventory, and we need to have enough manpower to actually maintain that, and also the holding space, it is required, sir. So I think it is a necessary evil, and sometimes it also allows us to adjust with the market fluctuation.
Mhm. Okay, so tell me, Kaushik, something about just-in-time model of inventory.
So just in time, sir, usually it was a concept that was developed in Japan. There were particular automobile units. What we offer, sir, in traditional manufacturing setup, for example, a component has to manufacture, it has many sub-components. So depending upon the demand of this main component, we have sub-component and we accumulate it over time. And for this, we have holding cost associated with it. We need a particular warehouse to store this, and there are some time sensitive materials too that cannot be stored over long time. But in just in time, there is a continuous supply chain maintained from the supplier to the consumer. So without
Is it
having
possible
any
in India? Is it possible in India?
sir, no, sir. To my best of the opinion, it is not possible fully, sir.
Okay, tell me something about ABC analysis or Pareto analysis.
Sir, sorry, sir, I do not recall it at that time.
You know, all the materials can be categorized into A, B, C as per their value. Are you aware? 80%, 80-20 rule.
Yes,
Do you know?
sir. Yes, sir. That consumption value and the cost actually, sir.
70-20, 10, 80-20.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
Right now, sir, I recall.
Okay, not a problem. Tell me something about what do you understand by vendors? What is the meaning of vendor and supplier? What is the difference between the two?
The vendors and suppliers. Vendors might not be the actual producer of the product, that they are acting as middle agents, and suppliers are the manufacturers or the extractors who are giving the product. So vendors can be any middle organization that will outsource the required material from the suppliers and then supply you. So it acts as a middleman.
Okay,
and
so
suppliers, they are the origination point.
As a material manager, would you like to go for a vendor who's old vendor of the company, or the new one who looks like more capable and efficient? How do you take the call?
Sir, I will actually make the call based upon my seniors' experience, because their experience will be irreplaceable in that matter.
No,
and
you have to
also,
take the call.
Sir,
there's nobody to guide
so
you.
if, sir,
You have to take the
then
call.
I will, sir. Sir, actually, if it is a time-sensitive issue, sir, I will rely upon the one who is much more adjusted with the company. So I will go with the old
So
vendor.
why will you shift from old vendor to new one? Under what circumstances will you change the vendor?
Sir, if he makes repetitive quality malfunctions, sir, if he doesn't give the product that is up to the quality standards of us, so I cannot afford the quality malfunction at every single time. And also, if the stipulated lead time is extended without any serious explanation, sir, means if he is doing it by his own negligence, then I cannot stand by this. So I will then try to shift to a much alternate option.
Okay, so Kaushik, where do you hit the balance between quality and cost? Where do you decide that, okay, this is the quality and this is the cost? So where do you optimize? How do you do that?
Sir, I actually try to find middle ground between them, sir. If the product is satisfactory enough, and if its cost is low enough to give us the required value of profits and revenue, then I will always try to find middle ground, sir. Because if we try to strive towards any particular set, so the cost will actually all increase. And if we ignore the quality, then in the long run, the cost will increase for the corporation. So it is better to strike a middle ground between these two, quality and cost.
Okay, have you heard about ERP, MRP?
Sir, yeah,
enterprise resource planning, material resource planning, something like that?
Yes, sir.
SAP,
yes, sir.
SAP?
Yes, sir. I am not too much familiar with SAP and others, but I have heard about material resource planning and ERP, sir.
Tell me something about MRP, material resource planning.
Sir, it is actually a well-organized system of standard protocols that we use to place any given order and how to manage the inventory. For example, if you consider a construction, let us say a production company, it is manufacturing a given product, then there is a forecasting department which will be predicting the sale. There is a design department which will be giving us the actual diagrams and the requirement of the component. And based upon this, we can generate what will be the required amount of each and every single raw product or semi-finished product that we will be ordering. And on this, which is also we also maintained a given bill of material that gives us the quantity, and we also have a particular ledger, that tells us how much material we have in hand and what we have already ordered. So based upon that, we can actually order new inventory and also decide whether not to order in this particular session.
Okay, Kaushik, I want you to tell me, you named certain terms. You said bill of material and ledger.
Yes.
I want you to explain me what do you mean by bill of materials?
Sir, if we can, to my best of understanding, sir, I think whenever we have a technical diagram, sir, for example, we have an assembly diagram, usually of the assembly diagram, we have an bill of material, simply a given table which stipulates which component is required in what amount, and also its dimension or the ISI codes or any other standard codes that has to be met by that component. So that is listed of the entire components that are used in that assembly, and it can also give us the material, and sometimes it can also give us the standards that are needed to be followed by that specific part. So it is a list of parts that is used in a sub-assembly or an assembly.
And what is the purpose of making bill of material? What is the ultimate objective of that?
Because whenever we work in any organization, it is compartmentalized into design department and the ordering department, or those we are as material managers. So not every guy might be versed in every component. So that so in order to prevent any misunderstanding between these two departments, the design department gives us the exact specification and we act upon it so that there is no miscommunication.
As a material manager, with the what do you think? With whom will you be coordinating and collaborating? With which officials?
Sir, I will be coordinating with both the field officials that are involved in the mining, also with the ore processing, and then there will be superiors of mine in the material management department too, that whose protocol I will be following, and also I will be interacting with my subordinates in the same department, through which I will get a particular job done, or with which I will get a particular job done. But most of all, sir, I will have to maintain a communication channel between those working in the field and those who we are ordering the products or any other acquisition.
Kaushik, what is ledger? What do you mean by ledger?
Sir, I don't have the complete understanding of the word ledger, sir, but if in simple words, sir, it is just just like a book, sir, where the entire records are kept of the previously placed orders and the lead times that have been required to place such orders.
Any idea about depreciation?
Depreciation, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, depreciation in terms of, sir, monetary depreciation or material depreciation?
Both.
Sir, material depreciation is that there are some time-sensitive materials, sir, that, for example, there are raw materials which cannot be stored in open containers, or there are some raw materials which have a given shelf time. So we will like to avoid such materials to be accumulated without any particular use. So that is the depreciation of the material. And monetary depreciation, sir, as per the economy, I do not understand that much in detail, sir, but we can say, if I consider the value of 10,000 rupees in 2015 and the value of 10,000 rupees in our present date, the value of that 10,000 rupees or what utility you can buy from the 10,000 rupees has decreased. So I understand that is the monetary depreciation.
Okay. Kaushik, tell me, why do you think NMDC should hire you? What traits you have which separate you from other candidates? Why we should take you?
Sir, I think for any recruiter, sir, they look for certain traits, and as according to me, sir, their honesty, their the candidate must be committed and he must be diligent, and along with that, sir, he must have a vision which is aligned with the objectives of the organization that is aiming for. And I also like to add that, sir, the candidate must have an nature so that he can connect with all the levels of the organization and also the neighbors who are the local inhabitants where the organization is based. So I think, sir, I possess those qualities. And throughout my entire schooling life, sir, I have been to many states that include from South Indian state to Central Indian state and also western part of the country. So I think, sir, I have the given requirement of the adaptability that I can adapt or delve into any local culture as per the organization.
Okay, so Kaushik, let me give you the feedback now. See, the rest is
Thank you,
okay. Rest is okay. I mean, you are flowing nicely. मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर वर्कआउट करना है. कुछ क्वेश्चन मैंने आपसे पूछे. आई आस्क्ड यू सम क्वेश्चंस, यू नोट दोस क्वेश्चंस एंड दैट यू आर टू आंसर. ये जो मैंने अभी रिकॉर्डिंग किया है, ये नए चैनल पे हम डाल देंगे, इसको पूरा सुन लेना आप. और वो जो भी इन्वेंट्री, जस्ट इन टाइम, देन आई टॉक्ड अबाउट एबीसी एनालिसिस, पैरेटो एनालिसिस, 80-20 रूल, राइट, ईआरपी, एमआरपी, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डोमेन है. एंटरप्राइज रिसोर्स प्लानिंग, सैप, एमआरपी इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आई थिंक यू आर गोइंग टू डू दैट ओनली. वेंडर क्या होते हैं, सप्लायर क्या होते हैं, ये जितने भी चीजें हैं मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट से रिलेटेड हैं. आई एम गोइंग टू मेक अ डॉक्यूमेंट ऑफ मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट एंड गिव इट टू यू एंड गो थ्रू दैट डॉक्यूमेंट. जो मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट से रिलेटेड है, go through that so that if they ask you something, it should look like you have the knowledge about that. That we will do. बाकी अपना पर्सनैलिटी के बारे में कि क्या ट्रेड्स हैं, what is special in you, why I should take you, and where is the scope of improvement, आपकी हॉबीज वगैरह, वो हम और अभी मॉक्स लगाते रहेंगे एचआर, तो it will keep on refining. Let's go to the next level now, right? ये जितने क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछे इनके ऊपर वर्कआउट कर लो. बाकी अपना प्लेस नाडिया है तो उसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है, जो भी आपके मुंह से निकलेगा वहां से क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा. वट एवर यू से. लेजर बोला तो क्या है लेजर, बिल ऑफ मटेरियल बोला तो क्या है बिल ऑफ मटेरियल. सो स्पीक एंड टॉक ओनली दैट मच जिसका तुम्हें नॉलेज है. डोंट स्पीक एक्स्ट्रा, राइट, बिकॉज दे आर गोइंग टू कैच यू, दे आर गोइंग टू आस्क यू समथिंग रिलेटेड टू दैट. Depreciation may be important because depreciation is the reduction in the value of something with passage of time. Because you are dealing with the material management and ABC analysis, I told you, is like we store the components as per their cost, you know. So very costly things, we invest money on that. So agar with passage of time unka value girta jayega, depreciation hota jayega. So that is also related to your material management domain, right? So I think these are the questions we can expect. Go for more HRs, more HR rounds अपना करो, and let me grill you from different corners so that अच्छी बात ये है कि तुम्हारा जो टेक्निकल लाइन HR है वो इकट्ठा ही हो रहा है. बिकॉज मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट है तो जितने मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछे दे आर पार्ट ऑफ योर टेक्निकल डोमेन. HR भी उसी में साथ में हो रहा है, तो वी कैन हैव मोर मॉक्स इन दैट पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन, राइट कौशिक? एनीथिंग यू वांट टू आस्क मी?
Sir, I want to ask that, sir, that GD that we are holding, sir, whether we can move that time slot to something on the evening, sir, because 8:30 I actually get exhausted and the performance is not at par.
Let's see whether Saturday Sunday को day time पे possible है, but otherwise because most of the people are available only towards the evening. क्योंकि हमने बहुत permutation combination देखा है, तो if you say prepone कर दो तो कई students बोलेंगे नहीं सर लेट कर दो. So availability को देख के ही हमने 8:30 रखा है. This is the optimum time we have hit. Let's see on Sunday if it is feasible, we'll do on the Sunday, right?
Another, sir, whether I need to focus on the different categories of ore and steel making techniques.
मेरे को लगता नहीं है मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट पे थोड़ा सा फोकस करेंगे. एंड यू आर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, राइट? मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर हो ना आप, तो आपको मटेरियल साइंस आनी चाहिए यार. वो चलते फिरते पूछ सकता है. आयरन कार्बन डायग्राम आता है तुम्हें? मटेरियल का मतलब क्या होता है, स्टील में कितना % कार्बन होता है, अच्छा स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेन डायग्राम आता है. मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, दैट शुड बी इन योर ब्लड, राइट? एंड आई टोल्ड यू उसका बड़ा सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. 3 hours का वीडियो पड़ा हुआ है यूरोपीडी एजुकेशन पे, मटेरियल साइंस.
I've actually, sir, watched it, sir.
Yes, that's it. Up you see what is the you know this heat treatment processes, what is iron carbon diagram, what is stress strain diagram, cast iron steel के बारे में थोड़ा सा बता दो, लेटिस स्ट्रक्चर क्या होता है. तो ये चीज के लिए कुछ ऐसा नहीं कि यू आर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, राइट? आई कैन आस्क यू एनी टाइम दिस थिंग. सो इफ यू से सर ये पूछ सकते हैं, आंसर इज यस, बिल्कुल पूछ सकते हैं. क्यों मटेरियल वर्ड आ गया तो पूछ सकते हैं. अभी इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग चल रहा है, इन्वेंटरी चल रहा है सारा, राइट? इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग मैनेजमेंट पार्ट जब आ गया उसमें तो इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग मैनेजमेंट आ जाएगा, एंड देन इट विल कम योर मटेरियल साइंस आ जाएगा. तो मटेरियल साइंस, इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग, आई थिंक यू हैव टू कंबाइन द थिंग्स. एंड ज्यादा से ज्यादा आप इंटरव्यू दो, मॉक इंटरव्यूज दो, आपको पता लग जाएगा कैसे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. Only thing is the best way to prepare is if you want to be good batsman, you need to face the balls. जितना बॉलिंग मैं करूंगा, जितना तुम खेलोगे उतना एक्सपर्ट हो जाओगे. अभी मैं बॉलिंग डाल रहा हूँ, तुम बैटिंग कर रहे हो, तो जितना मैं बॉलिंग डालूंगा, अलग अलग बॉल डालूंगा, टेढ़ा बॉल डालूंगा, वहां से तुम्हें पता लगेगा कि कोई क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं आता तो कैसे ना करना है. आई एम नॉट ट्रेनिंग यू टू आंसर द क्वेश्चंस, आई एम ट्रेनिंग यू इवन इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ नॉट टू आंसर. दैट इज आल्सो वी हैव टू डू. क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं आता, देन हाउ टू रिएक्ट.
Okay.
Ultimately it should be the confidence which actually matters in the interview, no? So if there is some question in which aapko nahi, you are not to answer that, you are not to play that ball, nahi to out ho jaoge. You have to, but very humbly you have to decline that answer. Okay sir, I have little idea, like I asked you about, do you know ABC analysis? So if you don't know ABC analysis, maybe you know little bit. Okay sir, it is related to basically the storage of the materials as per their value. Sir, I don't know much about it, but what I remember little bit is that it is related to jo jitna bhi aata hai uska answer karo. This is how you have to give your answer. Clearing interviews an art, and that will come only with practice.
Okay.
Right, Kaushik?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And go for
Yes.
more HRs.